Hello viewers, welcome to Center-ECD Enterprise TV. My name is Kenneth Enoruwa. I hope you've enjoyed previous sections and take advantage of the resources on this platform to grow yourself, grow your business, improve on your mindset and perception of life. And I'm very sure the Enterprise TV will add value to your business, to your life, and to everyone you share our teachings with. Today we're going to be discussing debt and debt as it were. So it's one enemy that most businesses and even individuals don't want to have. Sadly, even though it's not desired, many of us just have to live with it. Many people don't want to be indebted. They don't want to attract debt. But it ends up being part and parcel of their life. But this teaching will be in two phases. The first one will just be basic understanding of what debt is. And then we'll go deeper, a bit further, to see how you can use debt to advance your cause. How you can use debt in your own advantage. So basic assumptions here will be that you know what debt means, you know how debt works, but I'm just going to give you some little insights. When you say someone is in debt, it means that you have something that you need to give back to another. You can be indebted to a person, to an institution, and even God, our creator. Now let's focus on the first two. When you are indebted to a person, it means there's something you have given to you by that person, and then you need to give that person back. When you are indebted to an institution, a bank, a company, an institution, it means you have something given to you by that institution, and then you need to pay back. Now, two things are common with debt. One is that the resources you have, most times is money or an asset or physical item, whatever you were given doesn't belong to you, whether given to you by an individual or given to you by an institution. What's common here? Two things common here. One is that you don't own it. You definitely have to return it. Number two commonality is that when you are returning it, you need to return with some level of consideration. Most times, the return attracts interest. So you pay interest on what you were given. So whether you have a debt from an individual or from an institution, you note those two things. Number one, it has to be returned. It has to be paid back. And number two, it has to be paid back with interest. Now, it's not always money. It could be favors. It could be physical items. It could be very simple gestures that attracts like a symbiotic relationship, then transactional relationship, what we call in local language in Africa, I do for you, you do for me. Now, sometimes it could just be basic exchange. And so it's a consideration. If I do this, what then do you give in return? What are you paying for me to do that? So if you fail in your own part, it's definitely going to result in some additions, which could be interest or more payment. So this is common between individual debt or institutional debt. So whether you're borrowing from an individual or you're borrowing from an institution, you have to pay back, and then you have to pay back with interest. That is the two things common with debt. This is why debt is important, that you have to pay back, and you have to most times pay back with interest or whatever consideration agreed upon. This is why it becomes a big enemy that everyone should be careful of. So if you run your life in deficit, this is why you must understand budgeting and planning your finances. If you're always borrowing and you are indebted, you will definitely have to pay back, and you will pay back with interest. Unfortunately, very many people are of the habits of borrowing, living in debt. They are perpetual debtors. Now, what that means is that because of poor understanding of debt, you end up enslaving your life, putting your finances in bondage. And for those kind of people, financial freedom is a mirage. Like, it's not possible to be free or to become independent. It's not possible to stay out of debt. And if you look deeply inwards into those lifestyle, you find that they've not practiced, they've not managed how to plan and grow bigger from little. In my previous video, I did share with us the fundamentals of growing the little you have, planning with little. So you need to understand debt and understand that debt itself is a friend to those who understand it. But many people don't understand it, and they are slaves to debt. So the next time you want to borrow, the next time you want to increase your debt levels, the question you should ask yourself is whether it is very essential for you to do this or not. Because when you do, remember those two things I did share with you. Every debt needs to be paid back. And every debt always needs to be paid back with interest. And if you're not able to pay back, and you're not able to also afford to pay the interest, what you've succeeded in doing is that you've endangered your life and you have put yourself in a cage. And it will take a very, very big miracle, deliberate attempt to get yourself out of debt. Subsequently, I'll share with you five practical but simple ways to get out of debt. But what you need to take home from this teaching is that you need to have a proper understanding of debt. So when you go into the bank to borrow, if you don't understand the dynamics, it is better for you to seek financial advice before you approach any bank to borrow. If you don't understand the dynamics of debt, don't go borrowing, because what you're doing is that you are perpetually putting yourself in danger, and you may never ever recover from such actions. I wish you well, and I hope you watch further videos and see how you can use debt to advance your financial freedom. Thanks for watching. Have a very good day. My name remains Kenneth Enoruwa. Bye bye for now.